Hello?
Hello. Yeah, is this S. Smith?
It is. It's Stephen speaking here. Can I just confirm who I'm speaking with there, please?
You're speaking with reference number 728891541.
Okay, 2 seconds. Just to get the wee count up there. Okay, so can I just confirm who I'm speaking with there, please?
Yeah, you're speaking with reference number 723891541.
Yeah, I just need the customer's name there, please.
I'm not your customer.
So you're not the customer at that address then?
I'm not the customer of, I'm not the customer of Conexus, so I can't give you any details because you're trying to form jointer, and I can't form jointer with you because I don't have a contract with you. So I can only give you the details of the letter what you've sent me, if that's okay.
Right, is the letter that we sent you, is it in your name that we've sent you?
No, it's not in my name. Well, it is, but it's not, because I don't have a contract with you. You've got no reason to be sending me a letter. All I want to do is make a complaint, really. And are you the CEO of this company?
Right. For me to be able to start to discuss the account with you to try and come to...
I don't have an account with you, that's what I'm trying to say. Right. I'm ringing up to make a complaint, not to discuss an account.
Right, so before I can even go into a complaint with yourself, I have to be able to confirm and talk.
Yeah, I'm very aware of the 2019 Data Protection Act regulations, but I can only give you the details of the letter you've sent, and that's what you've sent. You asking me to give you details that...
We're going to go around in circles, and I'm actually trying to help you. The colleague has actually passed you through to myself, if you have a complaint, that I'm actually willing to try and resolve with you, but if you don't cover the DPA side, then I can't continue on with the call.
Well, so the problem I've got is I can't cover the DPA side because the details you've got with the account with SSE, which is what I've got with, are not the same details that I've got with you. If I confirm my details with you with account number, that's your own account number, and this call is being recorded, so I'm just going to, if you don't want to take my complaint, I can just take it straight to the Ombudsman. I just want to register the complaint, and you're saying to me, I've got to give you details, but to an account that doesn't exist with anything that I've got, so how can I give you details to an account that I don't know anything about?
Right, Mark, let's take a step back, okay? You've come through to me to talk to me about...
No, I've come through to you to make a complaint.
Right, Mark, if you just let me speak first, and then, because if you keep over talking to me, we're not going to get anywhere, and I'm actually trying to help you there. So, you may not have a contract as such with us, however, if the letter is, as you said, is an SSE account, we're working on behalf of SSE. We've been instructed by SSE to do a visit, or to send a letter out, or whatever it is.
Yeah, no, you've already done it. See, the problem is, then can you explain to me why the account you've got for me doesn't tally with the account from SSE?
Right, let me finish, because, as I said, if you keep over talking me, we're not going to...
I'm not over talking you. I'll let you finish. I'm saying to you.
I wasn't finished, Mark. So
go on then, carry on. I mean, this phone call's recorded. I mean, I'm used to dealing with corporations, so you go ahead. This is going to the Ombudsman, whether you want to hear the complaint or not.
Well, I'm not refusing. I want to make it clear that I'm not refusing to deal with your complaint, but what I have to do, I need to confirm if I'm going to discuss an account with yourself regarding your address or a balance. I can't discuss that account until I confirm that I'm speaking to the right person regarding that account.
Okay, but the point I'm trying to make is the account number that you've sent me is nothing to do with me. The account number that you've got is not the same account number that I've got with SSE. I can't confirm my details to you because I don't have a contract with you. This account number that you've sent me means nothing. If I give you my details, that constitutes joinder, which means it allows you to act on me when you've got no authority to act on me.
Right.
So how do you proceed? How do you want to proceed? You've given me.
Right.
You've got two different account numbers. Why is the two different account numbers? That's what I'm trying to ask. And I can't give you the details to an account number that I don't know nothing about, can I?
Let's forget about the account numbers, okay?
I can't forget about the account numbers because they're different numbers.
Right.
One's got my details and one hasn't got my details. And you're asking me to give you details to an account number that I know nothing about.
Mark, I took the call because my work colleague has said that, obviously you've called and you want to make a complaint.
I am making a complaint one way or the other.
So you came across very polite to the call handler, which is why she passed through to myself. So
listen, I am being polite. I'm not being. What it is I've got two account numbers, and you can't verify, and you're trying to get me to provide details to an account number that I know nothing about.
Mark, I'm not even going to discuss the account with you unless we can cover DPA. We need to cover DPA. Once I confirm DPA, I can take a complaint. I can deal with the complaint, in the right manner. Now, I can't discuss balances, addresses regarding the account, the client, or nothing with yourself until I confirm I'm talking to the right person. If you're telling me you're not the market we're looking for, that you don't live at the address,
you're looking for somebody called. For anybody, I don't have a thingy with you. You know what I mean? Well, the point I'm trying to make is you've got two account numbers here. My details correspond to one account number. They don't correspond to both account numbers. And you're asking me to give you details to an account number that I've got absolutely no knowledge of. And you're saying it's DPA regulation. So
whenever we load an account that's been sent by our clients, doesn't matter who the client is, the client will provide us their account number, and we'll also allocate an account number on our system for you. So we have our own reference number, because sometimes clients will have, if we work with a lot of different clients, and your account number could be the same, match somebody else's account number on with a different client. So that's why we have to assign a separate account number to ourselves.
And can you send me them details, please? Why you have got different account numbers? Because I don't believe what you just said.
I can't send you anything out in the post.
Well, okay. What's the procedure for a complaint when you won't log a complaint? Because I can't give you what you're asking me for, because the account number you're asking me for doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. That's your account number. I have got no details or no letters or nothing in that account number. Only what you've sent saying I owe you money, but you don't have a CCJ. You don't have proof of claim.
Right. So then we'll take it back then. If you want to tell me what your complaint is, and then I'll make a note of your complaint, but if there's something I can confirm to you or discuss with you without DPA, then I will. If there's something that I can't.
Yeah, that's fine. All I'm saying is, I'm not trying to be awkward here. I'm not trying to be awkward. What it is, I don't have. If you know about the law, I don't have a contract with you. I can't give you details to a contract that I don't have with you. I've got no paperwork or reference with you. The only corresponding reference I've got is with SSE, which is who I've got this problem with, not Conexus Field Recovery and Services. You've got an account number which means nothing to me. There shouldn't even be any details of mine on that account number. I've already got a complaint logged with SSE. The fact that you haven't provided a deed of innovation or a deed of assignment, which requires a tri-party agreement to pass my details on. So you've obtained my details illegally, and you want me to confirm that number with my details, so it looks like I've justified that account number, and I'm not doing that. So when it goes to court, and this is where it's going, I don't know the laws and the procedures in Ireland, but I will find out. I will learn them, because I've learned them in this country.
We're also based in the UK mainland.
Where are you based in the UK? Because I couldn't find nothing about you in the UK.
Yeah, we have an office based.
Can you give me that address, please?
Yeah. It's in Bolton. It's A3 in Bolton. It's on the website there as well.
I found something else on the website. I just found that Scottish Street Trust. I found a good template letter on there that I'm going to send you, if that's any help. But I couldn't find this.
We're not going to get anywhere. You're throwing stuff up.
What
I don't even know at the minute.
I just want to make my complaint. You won't allow me to make the complaint, so I can't make the complaint with the account number.
I've asked you to go ahead, give me what your complaint is, and then I'd say to you there'll be some stuff that I will be able to confirm with you, and then there's always stuff that I won't be able to.
That's fine, yeah.
If I was able to confirm that I'm talking to the person at the address that we've been calling at, then I'll be able to cover off more stuff with you and try and resolve your complaint for you, and be able to explain why the visit took place.
Well, so all I've got to do is log the complaint. If you don't address it, which most complaints don't, this is not my first rodeo, I've gone through loads of complaints, so if you don't log it doesn't make any difference. I'll give you what I can, but I can't give you...
Give me what your complaint is, and then once I get the complaint, then I might be able to have to, so what I'll be able to then explain to you is, right, if it's to do with the balance, or if it's to do with an account, or whatever it may be the complaint is, then I'll be able to say, look, we'll need to cover the DPA part, so that'll allow me to address your complaint. Or if it is a case where, it's something maybe not the account's got nothing to do with yourself, then we'll deal with it at our end. But if I have to cover DPA part to discuss, I'll give you more information regarding the account or the reason why we're out. Unless that's covered, I can't discuss it, because...
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I accept that.
It's an account for yourself. You'd appreciate if this account is relating to you, and I talk to Joe Bloggs off the street about it, you would be ringing me up to complain that I'm breached of DPA and giving out your information about your account to somebody else, and that's why I can't discuss the account with you to make sure that...
I'm going to write in anyway, but what it is, if you could just... I mean, I'll make the complaint, but what it is, I can't give you any kind of joinder. I just can't because I don't have a contract with your company. And if I give you my details, that constitutes. I can give you some of the details off the letter, but like I says, this account doesn't register with anything that I've got. The account that I've registered with is the account from SSE, and that's what I'll be saying. So I can't give you details for an account that I know nothing about.
Right. So if you give me the details of your complaint, then because there's certain things happens in different types of accounts. So if an account's been passed to us for a full DCA, so I'll explain a wee bit of what work we do. So if an account's passed to Conexus from our clients as a full DCA, which is where we collect the balance outright, then we contact you and we would set up an affordable repayment.
Do you have proof of claim?
Well, it's a utility client, or well, it's a bank and finance client.
Well, when I get to court, I'll be saying this: do you have proof of claim? Do you have proof of contract? Do you have proof of debt? You don't have these things. You can't have these things. So that's.
Let me finish, okay?
Yeah, go on.
So if there's a dispute in that balance, and somebody wants proof that they owe this debt, and they want proof that there's a contract in place, certainly we will get that in place, and we will forward you the copy of that, okay? If there's an account that is to do with a utility client, and it's been passed to us on a doorstep that has taken place.
All due respect, you'll be providing me with every bit of paperwork because I'm sending you a subject access request the same way I've done with SSE. So you'll be providing me with every piece of paperwork anyway.
You're over talking me every time I try to discuss it with you, and we're going to go nowhere. So I'll start again where I left off there was if an account has been passed to us and it's to do with a utility client, and where we're trying to get in touch with you. So there's different reasons for calling out your property. One is to call with you to discuss an outstanding balance to try and arrange a repayment, and we'll go through to the client. Second, if there's a dispute on a meter, we try to resolve that, or we're trying to find out who the customers of the property to try and get registered, or if we fail to that, if there's a balance outstanding and the client wants to know who's on there, get repayment plans, etc. If there's no contact made for that, potentially that account will go to warrant to force a
warrant.
Hold on.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
To force a keypad into that property. So what would happen is we would send out a letter.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you, but God, that's absolutely brilliant. That's the best excuse I've ever heard. That's brilliant, that is.
To be honest, I'm trying to help you here, and it's actually...
I don't mean to laugh at you, but the way you just said you couldn't force, so basically, according to you can come here, get my details, force entry. What else can you do?
No, Mark, what I'm saying to you is I'm not even referring to you as a customer at all.
Are you talking in general? You can say you do this to everybody.
Mark, I'm trying to say the different types of reasons why the buses took place.
Well, it's as simple. I mean, it's the law. I don't know where it works in Ireland, but it works in this country.
Because we applied to the court,
so you've applied to. So you've got a court document that says that you can visit my property.
No, hold on, Mark. I'm talking this in general, so we're trying to give you reasons why we be out.
Well, I want in general. I don't care about general. I care in specifically me. I'm ringing about me. I don't care about general. What I'm trying to say is, you've sent this guy.
You tell me now what your complaint is.
My complaint is this simple. You've sent Dalby a man, a member of, I don't know where he's from. He's probably bounced from where is this other country? Did you say Aintree? Did you? Where you were officers?
Just go ahead. Just give us the complaint then.
Your bailiff, Dalby a man, came here, got no warrant. You've got no CCJ. You've got no authority to be. I've got a video. I can send you the video if you want. I've got a video. I'm going to provide it with the ombudsman. He comes here. I said, "Have you got any documentation to say you've got authority to be here?" He was stalling. He was blah 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 blah. I was saying all kinds. I'll send you the video. It'll be easier. And as he went to walk up, I said, "Show me the documentation that gives you the authority to come here." And I says, "Do you have a warrant?" She says, "I'll just write you one out now." That's called misrepresenting your powers. He cannot write his own warrants because only a court can provide a warrant. So he's misrepresented his powers. He's come in with you've got no CCJ. You've got no reason to come here. You've got no authority whatsoever to come here on anybody's behalf at all. You haven't got a CCJ. You've got no court evidence. You've got no reason to be here. This is a private property. I've sent you a letter with your implied rights of access to be removed unless you can provide me. I mean, you should have a letter on the system somewhere. I've asked you to provide me proof of claim, county court judgment, proof of contract, deed of novation, deed of assignment, reason why Connex recovery account number differs from SSE account. I've asked you to provide these documents. You haven't provided these documents. You've just sent a bailiff.
Let's stop there because you've highlighted a couple of things there, and I'm going to now go through those couple
Yeah,
of things?
go on.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
One,
I'll do the list for you.
Agent.
First one was proof of claim, county court judgment, proof of contract, deed of novation, deed of assignment, reason why Conexus recovery account number is different from SSE, 1 to 6.
Mark, one,
Yeah.
one you raised about the different account numbers. I've already explained.
No, that was number 6. Deal with number 1 first, proof of claim.
Right. So, you said to me that you made a claim about a bailiff calling at your door. One, our agents are not bailiffs. So he's
Well,
a
should we
representative.
jump to read it? No, what other then? Let me just let's have a look here.
Second,
We are a debt collection agency working on behalf of SSE. How can you say you're not a bailiff? The very first line in the letter that says it says we are a debt collection agency. What does that mean?
correct. So, we're a debt collecting agency, we're not a bailiff company.
A bailiff company is a debt collection company.
A bailiff is totally different than actually.
Yeah, a bailiff's got less power, so you've got even less power than a bailiff. Is that what you're telling me?
Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my email address.
I don't do emails, mate. I'm just going to write to you for anything. All I want to do is I just want to log this complaint.
Do you
Basically, I know you ain't going to investigate this. You're going to say anything. I just want to check this,
Absolutely.
get it logged.
I tried to listen to your complaint today, and all it's done is going round in circles. And
Well, not really. The complaint is simple. I'll make it simple for you.
Yes.
You just said you wanted to go through this list. We was at number 1. You ain't gone through the list. You keep trying to make it sound like I'm the one. But I'm asking you. This is a call to make a complaint.
Right.
You just said you wanted to go through that list of 6 things. I've just said, okay, let's go through them. And now you're saying I'm going to end the phone call because you're not making the complaint. The complaint is this simple.
You keep over. I've tried to obviously listen to your complaint. We're trying to go through the complaint about different things you've raised. I've started to tell you that I explained to you the reasons why there's different account numbers. Then I've
Well, no, you haven't. You've just given your version of why there's different account numbers.
talked to me again. So
It's because that's what you keep.
It's not getting. So I think the best thing for you to do is if you put the complaint to us in writing,
Yeah.
address all your different issues, and then what we'll do is we'll address each point directly to yourself. Now,
But I've already sent a letter to you.
well, I haven't received the
You have received it because I sent it recorded delivery. Sign for it.
right. So it's past the with the complaints department. I'll go to them and I'll have a look at it to see. I can't. You've raised in your claim that you just raised about a CCJ. Currently, if it the account that we're talking about, we do not go for CCJs. For
But
that.
then how'd you get any kind of authority? What authority do you have then?
But, if you've got a electric supply in your property and you're consuming power, then the debt's due. Okay.
What? That's okay. You don't even make any sense. Would it say that again? If you live in a property and you're receiving power, you what?
If you're using electric in a property, right, and the meter's going round, ticking round, and the meter is red, and then the bill is produced, then the debt is due.
Is that what you're going to say to the court? That's brilliant, that is.
Right.
So basically, what I'm saying is, do you have any idea what's going on with this account with SSE? This account's in dispute with SSE. I've served them a notice of protest. I'm taking them to court. They're going to the ombudsman, the same place you're going. And I've sent a letter against you.
Discuss the account with you because you haven't covered DPA, so I don't even know. I can't even discuss the actual account.
What it is, I can't give you. What it is if you had the same account as SSE, I could give you the details. You don't have the same account as SSE, so I can't give you the details.
So what we'll do now is,
And I'll explain this to the ombudsman why I can't pass the DPA regulations to you. I can't pass them because the account that you're trying to give me has got absolutely no relevance or no reference to me whatsoever. It's only got a reference to you. And you're trying to say, give me the details and your name and the account number. And there you go. That constitutes joinder. And you're not going to get that with me because I don't have a contract with you. So when this gets to the ombudsman stage, I can provide all this evidence the same way I'm doing, and I don't have a contract with you. You've got no reason to send Daliby and Mann to my address or anybody else without any kind of proof of claim. That's the way the law works. It's that simple.
As it stands now, I don't even know what account we're talking about because you haven't.
Well, you do, because you've given me the number. So that's a lie, isn't it?
I can't. So what we'll do is.
That's called maladministration. When that gets to the ombudsman, this is a recorded phone call. That's called maladministration, giving me false information. I can't discuss you because I don't know the account number. You've just sent that on a recorded phone call.
What?
You've just given me the account number.
Mark, you haven't confirmed. I can't give you information until it's confirmed. With
I don't want any information.
Mark, I'm not, I'm not really going to keep going around in circles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the call by saying that if you've...
And so, let me get this right. You are not allowing me to log this complaint. Can you just confirm that?
Mark, I've kind of said umpteen times that, look, I have said to you I will log the complaint.
Okay, then I'll give you the DPA regulations, but I'll give you, if you let me give them for the account number that you ain't got.
Can you please give me an opportunity to speak instead of keep over talking, mate?
You keep saying that, but I am letting you speak. Go on.
You're not, every time I go to speak...
It's because you're talking nonsense, mate. That's why.
Again. There you go again. So what I'm saying now, and I'm just going to continue on while you do over talk, mate, because I want to there's no point to keep continuing on the call. The only way I think is we're going to resolve it is for us to be able to write out to you. So what I'll do is I'm going to go into the complaints department. If there's a complaint in the office relating to a account that you may be talking
about... Oh, no, I haven't made an account. What is it? What it is, I haven't made the complaint. I've sent you a letter.
We'll reply... Hold on, Mark, please.
Yeah.
We will then reply to each point within your complaint in writing to you.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I want to do. Have I got a number for this account
we will
complaint?
We will also copy SSE into it, and we'll also let SSE know that there's a complaint, and if that is what...
So now you'll be sharing my details without my consent with SSE?
Well, then if you're not prepared for us, and obviously you wrote down to us and you want us to deal with the complaint...
Yeah. Okay, can you just tell me where to send the complaint to and who to, please, if that's okay?
Right, if you want, you can send it by email.
No, don't do emails. I'll write.
Right, okay, then the other is you send it directly if you want to send it to our head office.
Yeah.
Send it into the head office in Korean, which is River House.
Is that Londonderry?
No, it's in County Londonderry. It's in Korean.
So just give me somebody to send all this to. So where are you based? You're based in Londonderry, aren't you?
We're based in Korean in Londonderry.
Oh, so this is... Oh, hang on. So, well, I'm not being awkward. I don't know Ireland, so I'm trying to get my head around the geography of it all, like, you know what I mean? So am I speaking to Londonderry now? It's somebody in Londonderry?
No, you're talking to our head office, which is in Korean.
Yeah.
County Londonderry.
Could you spell that, please? C-O-R-R-A-I-N...
And then it's County and then Londonderry. And if you'd have to include your reference numbers and stuff that you're discussing, so you just address it the River House Business Centre, Castle Lane, Korean, County Londonderry.
Yeah, I've got the addresses. Okay, I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I've sent a letter there already to you on your file.
Okay. But if you've already sent a letter there, it'll be in here and it'll be in the complaints department, and we'll address it.
I've sent it to you personally, so you should have had it. It says here the first line, Dear Interlopers.
My mail's addressed to myself is obviously it's dealt when it comes into it goes into a post room, they deal with it and it goes to the relevant department.
Even when it's addressed to you?
If it's a complaint, it goes into our complaint.
No, when a complaint, I address this letter to the CEO. I always address the CEO.
When you address it to the CEOs of this company, where you address it to us, if it's a complaint, it goes to the complaint department.
I didn't know what I'm saying is, I didn't send you a letter of complaint. I'm not saying that I've sent you a letter of complaint. I've sent you a letter. Do you want me to read the letter to you?
No, we're not getting it. I'm not prepared to discuss the account.
Yeah, that's fine. I know. I don't need anything from you. All I need you to do is log the complaint, exonerate yourself, and I'll take it from there. That's all I need.
Once I get the complaint, we'll address the complaint.
Okay, so I'll put it in writing to you. I'm sending it for care review.
Right.
I just need to know who to send it to, that's all. You said, do I put complaints department? Is there an actual department? Normally I send it to a person because people are liable, not departments.
We have a complaints department, any complaints is sent into the complaints department.
And I'll just send it there with no specific name?
Complaints department, Conexus Recovery and Field Services.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You can spread it down for attention of Stephen, but as I said, it goes into our complaints department, they address it and they send it on. They'll address it.
Well, that's fine. So my complaint's against you personally, you see. I've explained to you, I'll put you in employed rights of access with a £5,000 fee schedule, which is what we do in this country. And if you do that, you're in breach of it. So you've already breached that, whether you don't consider it a legal document or not. But when this gets to court, I'll be putting you personally on the stand. Personally, not a corporation, not personally. You or SM Riley. This is my first rodeo.
Mark, I can't. You're not giving me an opportunity to address it.
Well, I'm just saying is, all I'm telling you now is like I'm very well aware of the law.
What your complaint is, if it's a live active account, I can explain more to it and what actually the next process is within that there. So
Will you be sending another bailiff? Send another one. I've got a good video of the last one you sent. I'll send you the copy of it, okay?
Right. If you confirm that I'm talking to the right person, I can explain.
I'm not confirming anything under that account number because I don't have an account number.
I'm trying to, making it clear, we're trying to help you.
You're not trying to help me. You actually.
But we are. But
no, you're trying to get me to confirm my details to an account number that doesn't exist apart from with your company.
I've told you what we'll do. So if you send the letter complaint onto myself,
yeah.
I'll certainly have a look at it. And
I'm a bit confused now. Am I sending this to the complaints department or I'm sending it to you personally? Because the last letter I sent to you personally, because when this gets to court, and it is going to court, I am putting you personally on the stand, or SM Riley, not this Dalbian man, because he works for you. You're liable for it, not him, you. He may have misrepresented his powers, but he's misrepresented his powers on your behalf. And I'm an expert at suing people. And I don't sue corporations, I sue people, because you can't prove intent with a corporation. But I can prove intent with you. It's that simple. And now you're making it very hard for me to even log a complaint by saying you won't
I've actually not made it very hard. What you've done is...
Well, it's okay. When I get to the ombudsman...
I don't even know who I'm talking to, so...
Well, you're talking to reference 72838. That's what you've sent me, so you must know who I am because you've sent it to me.
But, what you said, you're given a reference number. I can give a reference number to anybody.
Yeah, you have done me.
If I then...
And that's what I'm saying, you can give a reference number to anybody, and no details that I've got are for this reference number. This is your reference number. My account number is with SSE, and I can give you that reference number, but that reference number doesn't mean anything to you. You've created your own reference number, and I'll get you to... I'd like you to send me the documents to explain all this, because I can't see how you can create your own reference number that corresponds to you from details that you've been passed from you're a third-party interloper. I don't have any contract with you.
Right.
You've got no business sending anybody here or anything. And when it comes to court time, I've got all the evidence to show that.
Right.
It's that simple.
Do you not think that whenever my explanation regarding the account number, the fact that we work...
If you provide me evidence, yeah, can you provide me evidence that I can verify and check myself?
So I'm just making it very aware now that I've tried to cover everything off.
No, you haven't. I've told you.
Happy to take your complaint and document the complaint.
Yeah, you've told me. I'm ringing up to make a complaint. You're telling me I've got to make it in writing because you won't address this, because you've got a bogus account number that you've set up yourself, and I won't give you details to that account number. That will be my complaint to the ombudsman.
It's not a bogus account.
It's a bogus account number.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a sec. You're a third-party interloper. I don't have any contract with you. I don't do any business with you. I don't know you owe you any money or anything. My concern is with SSE. You are a third party. I have nothing to do with you whatsoever. You have no contract. You have no right to send anybody here or demand anything from me without a CCJ or proof of claim. And it's that simple. And that's what you've done. You might get away with this with most people, but you won't get away with this with me. And it's that simple. And you've got to provide these documents, and I will make you produce them in court. You won't have a deed of innovation. You don't have a deed of assignment. You can't give a valid reason why there's two different account numbers on this from a company that I have nothing to do with. And you've got to explain all that. And that's what I'll make you do in court. You, personally.
Right, Mark. So if you actually listen, there's different reasons for people having to do the property, and there's different...
Okay, then you better provide me with all them reasons anyway, because it's this simple. This is going to court, and if you don't want to log this complaint, that's fine.
Going nowhere, so I'm going to now terminate the call.
Terminate it all you want. I'm saying this is recorded. This recording will be going to the ombudsman, and when it's all done, it'll all be going on YouTube. So you can carry on the way you want. You can get away with what you want to get away with at this stage, but soon, 7 months down the line, all this will be out of beyond your control. So you carry on, and I've got all the lawful things to say what you've acted is.
I've tried to explain to you how to raise the complaint and to log a complaint.
Well, that's okay. You can keep repeating that, but you ain't allowing me to make a complaint, are you?
Mark, if you only let me speak about 2 seconds, and then you just jump in. To log the complaint, I've asked you to confirm DPA. You won't confirm the...
No, you've asked me to confirm DPA to an account number that has got nothing to do with me.
So
that's what I'll be saying to the ombudsman, and I'll make you prove.
Log the complaint if you email in, or you can...
I don't email. I've told you 3 times.
And if you write down the complaint, send it to myself. We'll address...
I'll send it to yourself now. You've just told me to send it to...
Making it very clear that we're not refusing to log.
Well, that's exactly what you're doing, and that's my complaint. Is what you and I'm making this complaint against you personally. I'm glad they've passed me on to the top guy because I never used to get to deal with the top guy. I used to get to deal with the minions, but I'm quite happy speaking to you because no, you're incriminating yourself so bad. It's brilliant. I'll let you keep talking, mate. Carry on. Tell me why I can't log the complaint again. Because
no, that's okay. So we'll just leave it at that now, and if you want to send the complaint down...
I am sending the complaint, but who am I sending it to? You just give me conflicting advice. Send it to this headquarters in Londonderry, and then send it to yourself. You've just said to me earlier on, if I send a complaint to yourself, anybody will open it, so I can't send it to yourself. Then you've just told me to send it to the head Londonderry, and then you've just said send it to yourself again. But you just said earlier that any letter I send to you, like I've sent this one, just gets opened by anybody, so... And you've just all said all that on a recorded phone call, and that is called maladministration, giving me misleading advice. So, yeah, you're in trouble there again, aren't you?
Misleading advice, you know, you turn it around whatever you want, Mark.
No, I ain't going to say what it is. The way you interpret things and I interpret things are completely different to the way the judge interpret things. But basically, you're giving me misleading advice, and you won't let me log a complaint.
Mark, I'm making it, I'm going to be one, yeah, I'm actually terminating the call.
You can terminate it all you want. Terminate it, mate. Just hang up on me, that's fine. This is given to the ombudsman, so it don't matter.